Al-Maghrib Institute, some reciter of the Quran arrested on some very disgusting and hideous behavior. My thoughts on this is that firstly, the Quran will be recited by people لا يجاوز تراقيهم, that the Quran will not go down their throats. This Maghrib Institute reciter, like any others who carry out similar things, the Quran has not gone down his throat. So he's reciting, it didn't enter his heart. And then the 10-page FBI charge sheet, it had things which are not even worthy of mentioning. Very disgusting behavior of a person who teaches the Quran, abuse of a child, manipulation of a child. And of course, this is what has happened to him. His wife rightly reported him to the police for what he was doing. And I would advise people, if someone does a criminal act, they should be reported to the police. And let me say something else. There are people who have marriage scandals. Women who marry men themselves, they marry the man. And they expect Sheikh Asrar to clean up the mess after they are divorced, even though they were the ones messing around with that man. Some women, they marry a public figure, undercover marriages, or they do scandalous things with public figures. When the marriage doesn't work out, they attempt to contact me. Do I look like a road sweeper to you, cleaning up your mess? You mess around. You do your scandalous behavior and then blame me. I'm not here to clean up your rubbish. Stop doing your scandalous behavior. Don't do undercover marriages. So some of them fall into undercover marriages. These women, they complain afterwards. They attempt to contact me and then blame me for their scandals because I do not want to be involved. And if there are any criminal acts done by any male or female, then the people to contact are the police. Our police do a fantastic job in catching pedophiles and people who break the law and abuse children. So all the mosques, they should have safeguarding facilities to protect young children, to protect adults also from beasts and pedophiles who carry out these disgusting acts. With regard to that, I would say to people, do not attempt to contact me with regard to when you mess around. You women go and marry public ulama and public figures in undercover marriages. Did I tell you to do that? You did that yourself. And your marriage messes up, you attempt to contact me. Have some shame. When you want to marry some man, then tell your father, your brothers, and then marry him openly in public. Do not do undercover marriages. There are so many of these public figures, they do undercover marriages. These men, they are not proper men, because a real man marries openly. If he does a second marriage, he marries openly. So they are not real men, so they do undercover marriages, which is not haram to marry. But then when the marriage fails, because it's doomed to fail, they attempt to blame me because I do not want to be involved. So they spread rumors. So have some shame, have some fear of Allah. And then with regard to these Maghrib Institute types, you have this in all the groups. Salafis, Sufis, both of them, they have scandals. So if there's criminal activity being done, abuse of children, the wife of this man did the right thing, reporting him to the police. You need safeguarding. Men should not be isolated teaching women. There's a new trend of some of these Maulvis who want to show that they are progressive, so they mix with women more, teach women in isolated classes, and then it leads to these type of scandals. I'm a firm believer in the fact that women should teach women, men should teach men. And anyone who teaches children, they should be safeguarding for those children. Safeguarding in every way and form. So, of course, it's disgusting. It's not only limited to Al-Maghrib Institute. You find it everywhere, these type of scandals. They even happen in Parliament. You have people doing this in the Premier League. You have it happening in Hollywood. You've had it in the music industry. But in Islam, it should not happen. In the deen of Allah, if you are teaching Quran, there should be no abuse, sexual abuse. None of this should be happening in our masajid or online courses or anything of the sort. That is my thoughts on the scandal of the Maghrib Institute.